But slicing the NBA schedule into 10-game increments. Is that something that you recall when you played?
Well, keeping focused on portions of a long season can keep players focused, especially during road trips. Big goals are reached through small steps.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. We've got Murray. Aiden Watson is out there with Jokic. Then it's Johnson, and it's Jones in at the small forward position. Paul with a wide open look. A three-pointer, no good. And here's Denver. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Charles Lee. Coach told me Jamal Murray is at the top of their scouting report. He said to me pregame, Murray is the ideal combo guard. He can excel on or off the ball. That is what makes him tough to deal with. You just never know how he'll attack you. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Greg, we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect.
And I thought that was going to drive. It looked good from here.
Bridges finds ball, and that one drops for him.
Well, the great length and the great size of the backcourt, LaMelo Ball continues to improve as an interior scorer.
Murray, the pass to Jones. Now, Jokic kicks it out to Jones. His three-pointer's off the mark. Ball against Jokic. Miller outside. Off target with his three.
Boy, just a tough time making shots. Only 1 for 5. They just need to settle in here.
Jokic inside. He's covered by Ball. Impressive fadeaway right there.
And if Jokic has the position inside, forget it.
Pass to Kneppel. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Beyond the arc. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
The Nuggets leading by 3. Jones kicks to Murray. 51 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And this speaks to Murray's determination, even with intense defense on him inside. He gets it done.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Some changes for Charlotte. Diabate's checked in, and James subbed in for Brandon Miller. A different look for Denver. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Sexton. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
And Colin Sexton is a scorer. Doesn't matter if he's on the interior. This guy is determined to capitalize.
Here's Brown following the basket by Colin Sexton. Holmes wide open. He fired. Goes back up. And Valanciunas with the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And so the first quarter is in the books. The Nuggets on top, up by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And when you consider how Denver's doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
McNeely out there with Miles Bridges. Then there's Sexton. Then it's James. And it's Diabate in its center. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. Just 5 to shoot. Offensive rebound. James against Brown. Pass to Tyson. Another shot. Murray, good. Murray's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nuggets. And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
Here we go. It's time for the dance table. Everybody on your feet. Show us your moves. You must have left your dancing shoes at home. Everybody get back. Bring those moves.
Some changes here for the Hornets. Knipple comes in for McNeely. And Miller's subbed in for James.
Substitution on the board.
Here's Murray. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. Johnson finds Murray. Off target from outside.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Bridges against Hardaway. Knipple wide open and he fires. Connects from three-point range. Knipple's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Doris, when you look at the numbers of Miles Bridges, he is a bona fide 20-point-per-game player.
And Kevin, that's a big statement. It is not easy to score 20 at this level on a nightly basis. To extend that over several years is the sign of good things to come.
Hornets trail by 5. Pass to Kneppel. Bridges outside. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Miller outside. Offline with his 3. And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. Hardaway with a wide-open look. And again, it's the Nuggets from deep.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And going against Denver, their first meeting of the season.
Now coming to the floor, your High Hip Hop Crew.
Some changes here for the Hornets. Salon's checked in, and Ball subbed in for Colin Sexton. Denver also making some changes. Jones comes in for Hardaway, and it's Brown in for Murray. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Miller outside. Ball from long range. Drills it from outside. Ball's got 5 points so far.
LaMelo Ball, shot ready, always.
Ball against Brown. Now, here's Jokic. Guarded closer. 6 on the shot clock. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
Miles Bridges.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Ball feeling it out a bit. For 3, Bridges. They get it back. The Nuggets leading by 5.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Jokic passes to Brown. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Brown's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
And that concludes the first half. Nuggets lead by 8. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center.
Welcome. All right, guys, let's break it down. It has not been the ideal start for the Charlotte Hornets.
So, the shot selection. You can't heave up anything and just keep hoping to get hot. They have to make better choices.
Yeah, shooting under 35%, not going to get you back into a game. And moving on, let's take a peek at how the East is shaping up here in the midseason.
Taking a look here now at the Hornets, they haven't looked intimidating thus far. The hunger to improve just isn't there. That worries you. I'm starting to feel that this team needs a culture change.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And here are the Hornets now, trailing here by 8. So on the floor for Denver, Murray out there with Cameron Johnson. Then there's Peyton Watson. Then it's Jones. And it's Jokic in at the 5, patrolling the paint.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
And the state of North Carolina is a powerhouse, Doris. You know that in college hoops. Can that translate, do you think, to the Hornets?
Kevin, what we know, what the research tells us, is that college basketball fans are just that, and NBA fans are just that. Those two fan bases don't generally cross over. The Hornets need to focus on winning, however, because in America, everybody loves a winner.
Ball against Jones. And the call is going to be... Yes, it is an illegal screen. Well, with this break in the action, let's see which players have had the hot hand lately. Here are the top scorers in the past month. Jokic is 3rd.
What a performance offensively. Something has really clicked with his game over this stretch.
Murray looking around. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the 3rd. Clock at 6. Pass to Johnson. Here's Jokic. And that one comes up a bit short.
Well, this guy typically a nice touch from mid-range, but obviously can't make them all.
Here's Ball. And he makes good on the layup. Ball's got 7 points.
There is such a length that comes with LaMelo Ball. This guy's ability to finish in the paint is really admirable.
Murray outside. Uncovered. That's good on the jump shot. He's got 9.
A guy like this, with the skill set he's got, you can keep the defenders guessing.
And talking to Con Knipple, Greg, he has a burning passion to be great. You can just tell him.
Yeah, he gets up before everyone else and goes to work. Some people have called him an old soul, just very mature and disciplined.
Miles Bridges up in the air above the rim. That is a show. Look out below.
Jokic high post. Pass to Johnson. Launches it. Bridges with the board. Hornets trail by 6. .121 left here in the 3rd quarter. Outside, Ball. And a miss there on the triple. For Denver, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Jones kicks to Jokic. Too easy inside from Jokic.
Boy, how about that pass? He put it right where it needed to be.
Left side, Ball. 3rd quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Here's Bridges. Johnson with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest. Another reason why they're up, just taking what the defense giving him here.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. On the floor now for Charlotte. Hornets trail by 10. Now here's Sexton. Takes the three. The shot, no good. And so it's Denver going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll return shortly. This is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Here's Murray. We've got Knipple. Brandon Miller out there with Colin Sexton. Then it's James. And it's Diabate in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the group out there for Charlotte.
And there's an aggression to Murray's game, willing to battle there for the bucket.
Sexton attacking. Yes, that goes in. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. Pass to Strother. Valanciunas dishes to Murray. 5 to shoot. A beautiful reverse layup. Murray's got the lead up to 12 now for Denver.
And this is who Murray is, a natural scorer who looks for ways to get himself going.
Miller. No stopping him that time. Fouled on the play. Send into the line.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Denver.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
I think tonight has also, guys, been about the lost art of the mid-range jumper. If you utilize that in-between game right, there's plenty of value in it.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Bridges, he's checked in for the Hornets. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened to Charles Lee talk to his team. He did his best to light a fire under them, saying, we have to fight. Now is the moment. We have to come out of this deficit swinging. Guys?
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. That free throw good from Miller. And just as players, Greg, have used technology to train, it sounds like officials are now doing the same thing.
Yeah, whether it's the training app on their phones or VR headsets, cameras tracking their positioning on the floor, and even where they're looking, we'll see how much of a difference all this tech makes.
Let's now turn our attention to the sideline for the latest on Miles Bridges. How's he doing, Allie?
I did speak to the head athletic trainer for the Hornets. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. They've made the call that they feel it's okay for him to play. And even though there's a moderate recovery time, he's also confident at the moment to be back on the floor.
Allie, thanks as always. We appreciate the report.
That's so true, but it is also what we expect to happen. It is part of every professional sports league. In the NBA, the schedule, obviously a grind. Injuries happen, but we hear this all the time. It's next man up. Somebody's injury could be an opportunity for somebody to get minutes and do something with those minutes.
The Nuggets leading by 9. And here's Jokic. Johnson outside. Knocks down the three.
You can see no hesitation on the catch by Cam Johnson. This is why he's on the floor, folks.
Oh, great touch off the pass.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Nuggets have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Now Jokic, 18 feet away, count it. Nice touch.
And you just can't give Jokic any breathing room because he is a threat to fire from anywhere. And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Jones. Oh, and he cannot get the layup. Knueppel with it. From 12 feet, book it. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. They're leading by 8. Watson surveying the D. Shot clock at 5. Now Jokic. Johnson. And he does not hit.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L. Miles Bridges has talked about wanting to be that guy. Yes, sir.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Six-point game. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Nuggets, Jamal Murray. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And what I like about Murray is how he just goes at you. He doesn't hold back on either end and uses his motor to wear you down.
Greg, nothing short of some once-in-a-lifetime plays are going to save them now.
Yeah, the door is just about to close on this one. But hey, never say never.
And he commits the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
At the line for the Nuggets, Jamal Murray. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, just terrific job knocking these down in a big spot.
Charlotte calls timeout. They trail by 7. What do you think, guys?
A lot to talk over and improve on for next time.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
People are dancing. Yes, that's it. Come on, fans. Let's hear it. There you go. You have the camera on you. Give yourself a round of applause.
Shoots the 3. Jokic with the rebound. Ball against Murray. So we see Denver get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they